Greetings, Tom Romeo here from PCS, that's Practical Compliance Solutions, and we're talking about Traverse and we're talking about a medical tracking system. What I'd like to show you now is how we can make Traverse use the secure sockets layer instead of just regular HTTP. And the reason why you might want to do that is so that if you're using any kind of Wi-Fi within your facility, that all of the data transmissions are encrypted. Otherwise, really, if it's inside your facility and everything's wired, unless you really believe that there are hackers about, nobody really should have access to your data anyhow. But this is an added security measure to make sure that anything that goes over the wire is encrypted. So the first thing we're going to do is look at the bindings of the default website, and you'll see how we've enabled HTTPS. And pretty much that's it. Now, I took the liberty of creating my own certificate called PCS, and I created that certificate right here through IIS, and it was pretty straightforward. After creating the certificate through IIS, I go to the Traverse website. Now you notice that you can use HTTP, which is port 80, or HTTPS, which is port 443. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the SSL settings, require it, and check the box for accept and apply. And that's all you need to do to force your site to use HTTPS. If I try to get to the site using HTTP, it'll give me an error. Let me show you. PCS, you see how it says HTTP? And it's going to throw an error now and tell me, oh, it's switched. Okay, I didn't realize that I had that set up. So you see now it's HTTPS, it's switched for me, and you see that little marking there. I'll explain why it did that, and I didn't realize I had set it up already. So what I had done in the error pages portion of IIS is I set up a redirect on the 403 error. So it's automatically, if a 403 error occurred, which means I can't find that page, it'll automatically redirect it to HTTPS and then the server name and Traverse. I had set that up a while ago, and I thought by disabling SSL that would have gone away, but apparently it did not. So that's why it took me to the correct place. Also, I want to show you the web service and what we've done here. You'll notice authentication is anonymous and forms, but I can switch that to Windows authentication, and when I do that, then you'll be required to put in a Windows password, which would be another layer of security on the website. And we could also make this HTTPS if we like. So that's pretty much all I wanted to show you on the HTTPS side. You'll note now that it's got that little mark and it shows the little lock, and that means that we're going over secure sockets. Make sure I typed it correctly. No, I didn't type that correctly. And there we are, logging into the system just like we did earlier. You recall whenever you go log into your bank website or whatever, that it uses the or a secure email, it uses HTTPS instead of HTTP. It's an added measure of security so that anything that's transmitted from this website back to the server is encrypted, and it uses a shared key. And that's all I wanted to show you, is that, Traverse uses HTTPS just like your bank would, and it's just as responsive as if it were going over HTTP, but you've got that added measure of security. And that's all. So that's it for this video, HTTPS. Next video, we'll probably go into more of the data constructs and how and why we did certain things. Thank you.